Months after the tragic, fatal shooting of a 13-year-old boy by Utica police during a robbery investigation, the Attorney General's office has concluded that their investigation, and they've now released their findings.
Utica police will not be charged in the shooting. Still, the loss remains, along with the wound it created. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris has your top story.
The 17-page report from the New York State Attorney General's office on the officer-involved shooting of 13-year-old Nyah Mway when police tried to search him for weapons as part of a robbery investigation in June concluded that a prosecutor would not be able to disprove that it was reasonable for Officer Pat Husney to believe he needed to use deadly physical force under the circumstances. Simply put, police won't be charged. Police are relieved and pleased with the outcome.
I think we knew all along that our officers had performed admirably. They performed without malice and they performed non-criminally.
Among the tragic circumstances that June night, the teen ran when police asked if they could search him for weapons. Then, as illustrated by a picture from the officer's body-worn camera that night, pointed what appeared to be a handgun at officers and turned out to be a replica Glock pellet gun. The AG's report concludes, based on the body-worn camera footage, that Nyah Mway still had the apparent handgun in his hand when he was on the ground and another officer was punching him. An autopsy revealed he died from a single gunshot wound to the chest. Now that the Attorney General's report is complete and released, UPD can shore up their own review of the incident.
Now that has been done per our policy, we will convene a use of force review board to go over the incident entirety and find out if our officers performed to policy and procedure, not necessarily to law.
A teenager died that night, and an entire community was wounded. While police are relieved at the Attorney General's findings, they say it doesn't make it less of a tragedy.
A 13-year-old boy lost his life at the hands of the police. We understand how the community feels about that. We understand how certain segments of the community, specifically the Burmese or Karen population, feel about that. It has been our goal every day since that day to repair those relationships and build stronger bonds and bridges.
There is civil litigation against the city pending in this case. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
The Justice for Nyah Mway group reacted to the report, thanking the AG's office for its review and saying, quote, "However, no report, no matter how thorough, can ease the grief of losing a 13-year-old child who brought so much joy to our lives and to our community. Nyah was a bright, funny, and loving boy who had already overcome so much in his short life." The statement goes on to say, "We will not stop seeking justice. We will not stop until there is meaningful change." We have the full statement at WKTV.com.